Yo, what is up, everybody? Yeah, it's been a long time, right? 5 months? Woo. Now, I didn't think my first video 2017 was going to be about golden showers, but here we are. So, if you haven't heard the news by now, of course, there's probably 50 different ways of people telling it. Truth of the matter is, a lot of people hate Donald Trump, and more so, the media hates Donald Trump. I would probably say 90%. I'm going to go that high. Just really doesn't like the guy. So, and a lot of people would be like, oh, well, Fox likes him. Nah, not even Fox likes him. I think that's the reason why Megyn Kelly left. I think there was a lot of fighting, some infighting within a lot of organizations. I mean, we saw the GOP was also fighting Trump. So, I don't think people like Trump. As far as media, obviously politicians don't. I think now they kind of have forced to save face. Now you're seeing a lot of the people that were against him are starting to come out for him because I think there's nothing you can do now. But what the media did today with BuzzFeed specifically, or yesterday, sorry. Whoo, man, BuzzFeed. I don't know how this is going to go. So, look, this is the thing. This is the golden shower. So, apparently, Russia has been spying on Trump, which is believable. All right. I could see Trump. He went to Moscow, I think, in 2013 for Miss Universe. Of course, he owned Miss Universe, so he had a hotel there. Apparently, it was the Ritz-Carlton, and he got the presidential suite, right? I can believe, and I think it might be true, that they spied on him and probably got some material on him from his stay there. Now, the material that they've gotten, I'm not so sure about the legitimacy of the golden shower part. So let's go ahead and talk about the golden shower part. So BuzzFeed released the documents that were obtained, which wound up being John McCain, actually, that leaked it or something like that. So John McCain, Republican for Arizona, gave, I guess, BuzzFeed these documents, he might have given it to everybody, actually. Apparently, it wasn't just BuzzFeed. But BuzzFeed took the initiative to publish it. And the reason why it took them so long to publish it is because they went weeks looking to verify it and they couldn't verify it. But they wanted to make sure the American people can determine their own instead of waiting for them to see if it's real or not, which is funny. The media saying we can't verify it, but we'll let you guys try to verify it. Come on. No one's going to verify it. They're just going to read it and be like, holy fuck, somebody's pissing all over fucking Trump, which even that part wound up not being true. So the documents obtained, it said that Russia has, Trump's darker side of, perversion and stuff like that. Now, here's the part that's kind of sketchy, though. The acts that were done was that Trump went to the presidential suite on purpose and paid prostitutes to urinate all over the bed that the Obamas slept in. Now, that detail is what makes it, not realistic. If you would have just told me that Russia has Trump paying hookers to pee all over the place, I could believe that. I really can. But whenever you have the same information, but then you add that extra, he did it only because Obama slept there, that is where it kind of gets weird. I mean, just think about it. If you have some kind of sexual fantasy and all this stuff, and you're doing your thing, whatever it is, to have like a revenge factor or to do it in spite, that's where it just becomes kind of weird, because then it's like, what's the motivation of even saying that part? That's what happened here. What's the motivation of putting the extra? It was already embarrassing enough that he likes paying girls to pee everywhere, but the extra of he did it because Obama slept there. That's the part that makes it, it just doesn't seem legit after that. Because you could have just left it alone and said, hey, he paid hookers to piss all over the place. And then also, I know the golden showers, I guess the meaning has changed over the years. I remember golden showers being, whenever the R. Kelly stuff happened, where you actually peed on somebody. That's called golden shower. This report said that he paid prostitutes to just pee in the bed and he liked to watch. It just, I don't know if that's really called golden shower. I think that's more like water sports or something. I don't know. So anybody that is into porn and stuff like that, Y'all let me know if that's really the correct term, because I always thought golden shower meant like actually getting pissed on. So I thought maybe Trump was paying hookers to pee on him, and that would be golden showers. And like I said, that could be believable. I mean, you see it all the time when it comes to like what's her face, Heidi Fleece. You know, whenever they have the books of, you know, those madams, all the rich people, they do weird shit. You see them, because they have so much power, they'll fucking wear diapers and a whole bunch of weird shit like that. If they had that kind of information, it would be believable. Even the urinating part, if you like seeing women pee, I mean, that could be believable too. But the part that makes it, you know, just seem kind of more personal, like it's more of an attack, more of a way to embarrass him, is by putting that he did it because Obama slept there. That's the part that just makes the whole thing kind of seem, you know, questionable. Now, apparently, I'm not the only one that thought it was questionable, because even their own editor of BuzzFeed, their own guy, this is the guy that gave the go ahead, the green light to publish this. He went ahead, and I'll go ahead and put this up on screen. And he wrote on Twitter, or actually on an email, and then he posted on Twitter. He sent it to the news and Purple. I don't know who Purple is, but Barney the Dinosaur got this apparently as well. As you have probably seen this evening, we published a secret, I don't know this word, dossier, making explosive and unverified allegations about Donald Trump and Russia. I wanted to briefly explain to you how we made the decision to publish it. So even in this first paragraph, he's saying it's unverified about Donald and Russia. He hadn't even talked about the golden shower part yet. We published this, you know, document which Ken Bessinger obtained through his characteristically ferocious reporting, so that, as we wrote, Americans can make up their own minds about allegations about the president-elect that have circulated at the highest levels of U.S. government. So he's basically saying that they went ahead and did this. They published it just so we, the American people, can make determination if it's true or not, because they couldn't verify it. But they expect us to verify it? You know, we don't care about verification. We see it in our face. We take it as truth, because that's what we entrust the media to do, is to go ahead and, well, if they're putting it out there, and BuzzFeed was a reputable publication, if they put it there, then that means it has to be true. You always hear about that, right? You know that old saying, if you see it on TV, it's true. If you see it on the news, it's true. That is a perception that a lot of people have. I've always been skeptical of the media, no matter which side, left and right. People post things that are inaccurate, or they put it in a way to make it seem worse than it really is. So let's say, you know, Ford is opening a new plant in Mexico. You know, on one side sounds, oh great, look, they're helping, and you know, the expansion, yada yada, right? But then if you look on the other side, you know, it will be reported Ford closing factory in Georgia to go to Mexico. You know, now that sounds a lot worse, right? So you could take some news and twist it, even though it's, you know, the same information, and just make it look worse for your audience. And that usually happens a lot. But here, he's basically saying that we couldn't verify it, but we want you to go ahead and do it. That is not something media normally does by themselves. So that's kind of weird right there off the bat. But it gets better. Our presumption is to be transparent in our journalism and to share what we have with our readers. We have always erred on the side of publishing. In this case, the document was in wide circulation at the highest levels of the American government and media. It seems to lie behind a set of vague allegations from the Senate Majority Leader to the Director of the FBI, and a report that intelligence agencies have delivered to the President and President-elect. So they're pretty much just saying that their justification for publishing is because all the media had it, but they just didn't do it. They didn't publish it. Of course, the reason why they didn't publish it because it wasn't verified. A lot of people get shit all the time, and intelligence agencies get a lot of stuff all the time. A lot of stuff winds up being true, a lot of stuff winds up being fake, but they're going to gather it. So for them to try to justify, well, because they had it, maybe that means it's true, that doesn't make any sense, because there's people that make threats that are bullshit threats that they'll have also. And you can't just put that, hey, look, they got it, so that means it's true. That's not how it works. You got to verify it. And then they put, and this is where BuzzFeed fucked themselves, in my opinion, where Ben Smith pretty much admitted that he's full of shit. As we noted in our story, there is serious reason to doubt the allegations, period. So he's basically saying, even on our own story we publish, it is serious reason. I mean, you don't put slight reason, maybe a reason, 50-50. When you put the word serious reason to doubt, That almost sounds like reasonable doubt. You know, I mean, the stuff that actually gets people away with murder, that kind of sentence, that kind of, you know, verbiage. When you put that in there, you're basically saying that your publication was full of shit. There is serious reason to doubt the allegations, period. We have been chasing specific claims in this document for weeks. That means that, look, he even put they've been chasing. They've been trying. They've probably been calling every prostitute in Russia. They probably collected urine samples from the sheets at this point, and they couldn't find anything. And we will continue to. They gave up by putting that lie at the end. We will continue to. They gave up. They couldn't find shit. They thought it was too juicy to fucking just let it go and die. So they're like, fuck it, let's put it. Publishing this document is not an easy or simple call. Yeah, of course not. You didn't have anything. And the people of goodwill may disagree with their choice. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to disagree with it. And you know what? Don't get me wrong. Hey, look, if you want to embarrass Trump, embarrass him. The Onion doesn't have a problem doing it because they don't sit there and bullshit. They'll tell you they're a fake publication. There's a lot of organizations that cherish making shit up on them. Saturday Night Live, they're not real. Even the Daily News, a lot of people think that's real news. It's not real, so they can do shit like this. Those comedians can make shit up and hammer him about it because that's their job. But they don't ever say, by the way, this is real news. They don't say that shit. BuzzFeed is real news. And to put there that, by the way, this is seriously doubt and we've been continuing, we've been trying to find it. Oh, fuck it, we just leave it up to you guys, the American people. You're not supposed to do that if you're BuzzFeed. And then here it gets where it gets good at the end. But publishing this reflects how we see the job of reporters in 2017. So he's basically saying that in 2017, the publications of the media is just to go ahead and put all the bullshit through. And if it's real or not, we'll let you guys decide. That is what he admitted at the very end right there. That's crazy. So, like I said, it could very well have been true, the whole thing. He could have been Russia has this information. Russia recorded him fucking having girls peeing all over the place and maybe even on himself. Who knows? That all of that could have been true. But by this Ben Smith guy of BuzzFeed, by putting this statement out to the public already, which already has like 5,000 retweets or likes or whatever, by basically saying, by the way, in our story, we even noted that this shit is seriously doubtful. And we just did it because we wanted the American people to make up their own minds about it, even though we couldn't. We've been chasing, for chasing evidence to link it to truth, and that we couldn't find it. We just feel that this is how things should be done in 2017. So here in 2016 at the end, they were so hell-bent about fake news, that fake news is why Hillary lost, fake news this, fake news that, Pizzagate is fake news, everything is fake news now these days, right? Now he's basically saying, you know what? We'll just make fake news then. Fake news is the norm for 2017. That's what he's saying. That's crazy. I mean, just think about it. If BuzzFeed did this, CNN, if they start publishing fake news, if Fox News, I mean, they're a giant. Fox News is a giant. As much as people hate Fox News, you got to remember, they're like 4 times, 5 times the amount of viewers than any of these people combined. So CNN, NBC, and all these other news, the cable news networks, they just, all of them combined equal the viewership of what Fox has. So if Fox starts pumping out fake news just for the fuck of it, you're going to have a lot of people really believe that shit. A lot. And there's already a lot of people that believe whatever Fox says now. So, imagine if they start pumping out real fake shit. Imagine if this was the opposite and they put that Hillary, that, let's just say Fox did it, because this BuzzFeed is a reputable, at least they were, I don't know about this point now, but BuzzFeed is a reputable media, publication. Imagine if Fox put that Hillary, because there was always those rumors about Hillary and Huma, right, that they might be having some kind of fling, etc. Well, imagine if they put that as truth, that Hillary, wants to leave Bill for Huma. Huma divorces, Anthony Weiner to make way to start a relationship with Hillary Clinton. If they put if they put in the statement afterwards, after they put that, we would let the American people decide, and there was a bunch of evidence that said so, which happened to be the Onion said it or something. I mean, hello, you're gonna sit there and really think that people are gonna listen to that part? Yeah, we said it was fake in the beginning, after the fact. No, everybody's going to see. Fox News says this. Boom, breaking alert. Everybody would jump on it and be like, holy shit, really? Oh, fuck. If Fox is saying it, it has to be true. That is what happened in this case. If BuzzFeed said it was true, they should have realized that after, all the media had this. I don't know why they didn't release it. They probably should have asked themselves, why, if the New York Times had this, why didn't they? And you know the New York Times hates Trump. If they had this information, they're sitting on it, why didn't they release it? You should be asking yourself, well, why didn't they release it? And if you've been chasing the allegations for weeks, now you already got your answer. It's probably bullshit, or nobody wants to say it. But because you did it anyways, you just made the whole fucking thing, doubtful. Because it could have been everything was serious and everything was truth all the way up until the golden shower part. The golden shower part could have even been true also. But now that you admitted that there was a lot of doubt in this and that you've been chasing it and you couldn't prove it, but fuck it, now you just made the whole shit fucking fake. It could come out real. It could come out real tomorrow. But now how's the CIA how are they gonna dance around that? Like, oh fuck. No one was supposed to know about this. And yet now we have somebody that says, oh, well, we got it, but we don't know if it's real or not. But fuck it, here you go. Now the CIA is put in this bind. All of them are put in a bind. They're like, fuck, now we can't even say shit. Now they're forced to be quiet because then they'll look bad if they say something. Or they'll just, look like they're doing it on purpose saying something. Like, oh, fuck, now, okay, it was us. And then now BuzzFeed, by putting this ridiculous fucking paragraphs out there where they're saying, oh yeah, we fucked up, but oh well, fuck it. They're gonna either be forced to apologize, which then for sure makes everything just fucking poof, go up in smoke, this is fake. Or they're gonna stick to the guns and ride the fucking wave of letting everybody know that, hey, we did it anyways without verification. Sorry, what are you gonna do about it? And believe me, the media is going to be like, well, you just fucked yourselves, man. We can't be associated with you. Everybody's going to know. So, BuzzFeed, that's just crazy. If you wanted to embarrass a man, embarrass the man. Put it in an opinion piece. Put it in a piece where, a lot of these companies have that now, right? Like a Huffington Post, they have the opinion section where they'll let their minds, they'll rip Trump a new one all the time, and they'll use some information that's out there and, put it into something that sounds plausible, but they have it listed as opinion. They should have done that. Don't make it as if it was a serious document and put it as real news and then come back and say, by the way, there's serious doubt to all this shit. Can't do that. So, yeah, that's my first video, 2017. I mean, what do you think? I mean, you know what? Like I said, it could be believable. Billionaire having fucking weird sexual perversion shit. That's not shocking in my opinion. That really isn't. I think the shocking part is why I made the video is the media released it without verifying it. So I think that was kind of crazy. So Ben Smith of BuzzFeed, I think your next adventure is going to have to be YouTube, because I think at this point you're going to see your credentials be taken for legitimate media. I mean, I really do. I just don't see how anybody's going to take you serious if you admitted and then reaffirmed that, admitting that, yeah, we couldn't prove it, but we did it anyways. That's woo. Siggyv saying peace. I'm out.